Hey diary listeners, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here. I want to say a huge thank you for all the love and support that you've shown my channel thus far. I do see that I have diary listeners in the UK, in Jamaica, in South Africa, in Canada, the US, and Trinidad and Tobago. Be sure to let me know what state or city and country. I just find it would be so cool and so dope to know where you guys are looking at me from. And I will say hello back. Just make sure and drop it down in the comments below. Don't be afraid. Please do not. But I just think it would be so amazing, so cool to see where you guys are from. For today's entry, we're going to talk about something that's a little touchy for me. But I know that there's somebody like me out there. Let's get into it. You'll be drinking lime juice today, right? Anyway, so I have had this problem, and I think I would still say that I do have the problem because I don't think I reached the point of accepting it in its totality. And for me, it's more of a, I think it's based on the hurt that came with it. So it has changed my mindset to, well, let me take it from the point from me kind of thing. And that's not the mindset that we are supposed to have. Yeah. God calls us to be meek. He calls us to forbear each other, to love on each other, to, be humble. And let's just say it's a learning process, right? I am still learning. So this problem I have, I am sure there's someone like me out there. I am sure, right? This problem that I have, I cannot seem to accept help. Hear me out, right? I just don't like to be reproached. I can't take it. I can't take it, right? But my reasons are, one, I've seen instances like cases where persons would have given something to someone or done something for someone and they are reproached after. I have also been in a situation where I have been reproached for something and I didn't even ask for it. It was given to me, right? And I think my other three is like more of a personal thing because of pride, right? I don't like to be pitied. I don't like to be pitied at all. I don't like to feel like a burden on persons, right? And the last thing for me would be, I like to maintain some sort of control. Like I like to just have control over my life, my situations, my own little happenings that I have going on this side of things, right? And for me, accepting help is very hard to do because of that, right? And each day I am learning and I'm constantly learning, and God is putting me in situations all year to humble me, to really, really humble me, to bring me down, to say, okay, hey, you need to lean on others. You need to accept the help, right? Because I've had to go through realizing that I am limited. I do not have all the resources. I do not have all the time. I do not have all the finances. I do not have, I just need somebody to just be a listening ear for me, So I've had to come to that realization. God had to put me through certain situations for me to understand that. And it has not been easy at all. But We taking the pruning, I'm taking it, and we moving forward, right? I've also realized too that there are persons that I meet, even persons who I never met before, they're always willing to help. They always want to know how they can help, right? And I do exercise a bit of discernment though, because sometimes there are people who actually help for their own personal gain, or they want to help because they want something to talk about. So yes, I have to use discernment in those areas, but there are actually people who want to help and they just want to know how they can provide assistance. If it's a listening ear, if it's time, if it's finances, if it's whatever, And I had to look back because for our wedding, there were a lot of people that chipped in. No, Micah and I saved and we said, okay, this is ours, we are going to do this. And the amount of people that chipped in to help, I was just amazed. I was mind blown and I was like, oh, God is just so, so good. Even an instance where, so Micah and I had to move recently, right? And our church reached out to us. They said, hey, if you guys need help, let us know. We'll be there for you guys. Just let us know. And I'm watching Micah watching us, watching me, and I'm just like, should we? We said okay, but then we was like a little hesitant to invite the whole church. But one of the elders who we sort of look up to as like our parents, since we moved there, they've always been there for us. I don't know how to explain it. They offer to take us places. They want to ensure that we have food. They want to make sure that we move in smoothly. So these people would have come. They would have came and ensured that, we were packed away, that we had breakfast, that we had lunch. They brought lunch. And in those little moments, you do see that people just want to help. And it's okay to let them, because somebody assisting is not a reflection of your worth. It doesn't mean that you're small in their eyes. No, people just want to assist. I've also had to learn that, I am deserving of help. I always try to say, well, okay, maybe that's for somebody else. Maybe it's for somebody who needs it more than I do. I just find sometimes like I just wasn't deserving of it. And God had to snatch me by my collar. Right? Because there are people that He has placed in our lives to help us. So I have been learning. I have been growing. Another example. So you guys know our wedding happened. And I didn't have the opportunity of having my family there. And I would have had to lean on the support of Micah's family. Yes, they were my family now, but at the same time, it's different, like having your family there and that kind of thing. And I've had to lean on them. The case was that, okay, you are now in this predicament. What would you do? Would you accept it? Would you accept the help? Would you accept someone doing something nice for you? And I just had to accept it. And that's what I said. God has put me in certain situations where it's like, pat down. Humble yourself a little bit more. I have placed this person in your life, these people in your life, this pastor in your life, this elder in your life to guide you, to help you, to, be a listening ear whenever you need it, to offer finances, to offer guidance, to help you on life's journey. And I just want you to accept it. And I've had to come to a very, I don't want to say a low place, but I've had to come down from that kind of egotistical level of like, you don't need help. I don't have to sit in silence anymore and just accept the help, because people are there to just tend to a need, and you just let them. Yeah. So what has helped me? Just two things. What has helped me to keep on learning is that after I would have done my discernment and I did my little checks and balances, and I know that person has a very pure heart and they want to help, they want to assist, not to reject it. Don't reject it. That is where I am at. The second thing for me is that help is not a reflection of my worth. It doesn't mean that, I'm less than. It doesn't mean that I'm too high. It doesn't mean, help is there. Don't reject it. And I know there's somebody like that out there today, just like me. And my encouragement to you is that once you realize that there's a pure heart, do not reject the help, right? You accepting help is not a reflection of your worth. You are deserving. You are worthy of help. We all do. No man is a one-man island. We all need each other. We all need love. We all need support, right? And I think it's really, really amazing that we could have people that we could lean on. So, don't reject help. So, if you battled with this, please let us know how you overcame it. And for those of you who are currently in this phase like me, what steps are you taking to overcome it? Is it similar to where my head is at, or do you have another strategy? Be sure to let me know in the comments. After all, we're trying to help each other live fulfilling lives, to be better, to push ourselves beyond limits, and just to love on each other. But I'll leave it there for now. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.